When it comes to medicine, nothing is more important than safety. But what happens when the clues you need to ensure that safety are buried in a mountain of data? Well, today we're diving into how artificial intelligence is completely changing the game for drug safety, turning what used to be data overload into a real life-saving advantage. I mean, think about it. This is the core challenge every single pharmaceutical company is wrestling with right now. You've got patient well-being on the line, and it's a constant race against the clock. How on earth do you spot that one critical warning signal in an absolute storm of data noise? You know, it wasn't that long ago that drug safety, or pharmacovigilance as it's known in the industry, was kind of seen as the last box you had to check for regulators. But that way of thinking, it's not just outdated, it's actually dangerous. Today, being proactive about safety is a core part of business strategy. It affects everything from a company's reputation to how fast new treatments can get to the people who need them. And believe me, the stakes could not be higher. One single mistake, one overlooked signal, can lead to massive financial losses. But honestly, that's not even the worst part. It can completely shatter the trust of regulators, doctors, and especially patients. And that's a trust that is incredibly hard to ever win back. So what's making this all so incredibly hard? The short answer is a massive, overwhelming flood of data. Seriously, the manual ways of doing things that worked just a handful of years ago, they're now completely buckling under the pressure. They just can't keep up. And we're not just talking about neat, tidy forms anymore. Oh, no. Today, critical safety information is buried everywhere. In social media posts, in the transcripts from call centers, and messages from partners all over the world. It's this chaotic mix of unstructured data, and it's so easy for a vital clue to just get lost in the shuffle. To really get a feel for the scale here, just imagine this. You're in a library with millions of books, and you have to find one specific critical sentence. Now, imagine you have to do it really, really fast, because someone's health literally depends on it. That's the reality drug safety teams are facing every single day. And all of this is happening while the cost to bring a single new drug to market has just skyrocketed to an average of $2.2 billion. With that kind of money on the line, there is absolutely zero room for error, inefficiency, or risk when it comes to safety. The financial pressure is just immense. So, how in the world do you solve an information problem this big? Well, this is where artificial intelligence steps into the spotlight. AI gives us the tools to not just manage this data flood, but to actually pull real, actionable intelligence out of it. And let's be super clear here. This is not just about making old manual tasks go faster. This is a huge leap forward to something called intelligent action. Think of it this way. It's the difference between a tool that can sort your email and a system that can read your email, understand the context, spot a potential safety risk, and tell you what to do about it before it spirals into a huge problem. You can really see how the whole process has evolved, right? It started with slow manual review, which just couldn't keep up. Then we got some basic automation, which definitely helps with speed and scale. But the real game changer is this third step, intelligent action. This is where the system becomes predictive and proactive. It starts to anticipate problems instead of just reacting to them. And when companies adopt this AI-driven approach, they see real, tangible benefits across the entire organization. We can basically break them down into three major wins. One for the finances, one for their reputation, and one for their day-to-day operations. Okay, first up, the financial win. The economic impact here is just staggering. By bringing in AI, companies can slash their safety process costs by more than 50%. That is a massive efficiency gain that goes straight to the bottom line. But this return on investment, this ROI, it's not just about cutting costs. It's really about optimizing your best people. AI takes these highly trained, skilled professionals away from the mind-numbing work of data review and frees them up to focus on what humans are best at, tackling the really complex cases and making those critical judgment calls. The second big win is all about trust. Think about it. When you can show regulators, your healthcare partners, and patients that you have this incredibly rigorous, consistent, and intelligent system that's monitoring every single bit of feedback, that builds a level of confidence in your products and your company that is just invaluable. And third, it simplifies the whole complicated web of modern pharma. You've got this tangled knot of global partners and suppliers, right? Well, AI helps create a standardized, totally transparent workflow. It ensures everyone is on the same page, which reduces the risk of some expensive mistake and makes sure everyone is compliant.
So what all of this is pointing to is a really fundamental shift. We are moving into a whole new era, one where drug safety isn't just a regulatory hurdle you have to jump over, it's actually being transformed into a true competitive advantage.
This quote right here really captures that whole strategic shift perfectly. The goal is to stop thinking about drug safety as just a cost of doing business and instead to start using it as a core piece of a successful commercial strategy. But of course, you can't just buy a piece of software and call it a day. Making this really work takes a real commitment from the whole company. It means you have to get your safety teams, your quality teams, your manufacturing teams all on the same page. It means you need strong rules for your data and clear plans for what to do when the AI flags an issue. The technology is the tool, but it's the people and the processes that make it truly powerful. And that leaves us with a really fascinating final thought to chew on. We've seen how AI can create a whole new standard for making sure our medicines are safe. But could this same technology, by making the entire system so much more efficient, also help get new life-saving therapies to patients faster than ever before? Now that's the future this technology is promising.